Good morning, everyone. All right, so thank you for making your time here. So what I'm going to share today, very simple. Puncak Alam, really that good? What's all the buzz? Really that good? Actually, there's a lot of good places. All right, it's just like food. Okay, there are so many good places. Which is the best? So which is the best is always relative, ma. Am I right? So if I ask you where is the best char kway teow in Penang, my Penang friend will tell me very differently from my non-Penang friend. All right. But the thing is, something very interesting that happened to the Malaysian real estate market. All right. So a lot of people say, is it a good location? The key thing to an investment, all right, the key thing to an investment is actually timing, right? That is what it is. So in all our life, in whatever that we do, timing is the most important thing. All right. So whether do you enter? So to a lot of investors, they always feel that timing means you enter low, exit high, right? Or if you enter high, then what it is. So then your strategy of investment, right? So are you one that you invest to hold, mid to long run to collect rental, or you flip? The answer is, in today's world, you do not flip. All right, gone were the days. Gone were the days where you buy, then 3 years later, you make 20-30%. Will the market come back? The answer is yes, it's coming back. But in all investment, all right, it doesn't work that way. So next. So for those who do not know me, my name is Aldrin. So I've been a real estate agent for 30 over years, and it's a very interesting journey. But one of the best one of the best things that happened in this journey is actually investment in real estate. So you know what they always say about real estate agent? You always get the best deal in town first, right? The answer is yes and also no. When we get the best deal, if we do not put the money down, then the best deal also doesn't happen. All right. So we also can't be buying every single development that we sell, because there's always this thing called money not enough. Am I right? So it doesn't really matter whether you get the information first or you get it later. The most important thing, if you ask me, is to seize the opportunity, right? So that's what it is. So you see, the situation is, so this is, I seen this super very clearly. So we have been selling projects for many years, since year 2000. So when I started my real estate agency, I started with a Sunway. All right, so we did a lot of Sunway along the way. Yeah. So were they? I mean, we always feel. So I just want to be very candid. We always feel that when you buy first, you get the best deal, right? In the development, when you buy later, you won't get a good deal. But then the whole situation is, when you buy first, when you get the best package, is it the best location? Is it the best timing? Versus when you buy later, right? So it's actually all very confusing. In actual fact, don't need to confuse one. Because you see, the whole situation is, what you want with your investment is whether the property that you invest, what is the rentability? That is the most important thing, right? It's just like buying a car. You go versus a reliability of the car, the mileage, the comfort, or the shape. So no decision is a wrong decision, right? Okay, so next. So Puncak Alam, hotspot, really hotspot. I'm the speaker, of course I have to say really hotspot lah. But is it really hotspot? It has been getting hotter and hotter since 2020, and I'll explain to everyone why. Not just what I feel, not just what I say. You already see it. Testimonies are there. This is one of the thing. This is one of the place. The shop lot over here, I think it was only CCC about slightly more than a year ago. It's all already fully occupied. Also backed by data. That is the most important thing. Gone were the days when someone come and tell you this is a good thing, this is a good place, this is a good investment, the price is right, and you take it as just face value. Because you know why? You know what is the greatest thing that happened in Malaysia real estate? data availability, data transparency. So I always tell a lot of investors, a lot of buyers, due diligence, you know, you just, if you are able to do simple analysis just from the internet, you already get all this data. So these are all public data anyway. All right, okay. So so the thing is now, why Puncak Alam? Okay, why Puncak Alam? So so I'm going to bring you back to 30 years ago, or maybe 1974 is how many years ago? 50 years ago, right? Okay. So so highway connectivity is the key to the development. All right. So before anything that happened, we look at the very big picture. Okay. Now this is Shah Alam. This is Shah Alam. So Shah Alam, you have three what do you call? You have three areas. So you have Shah Alam Central, Shah Alam North, Shah Alam South. And for those who are already in the market, you will know that how all this highway, the existence of highway actually leads to development that you know, right? So if you look at in the early days, 1974, when you have Federal Highway connecting Klang all the way to Kuala Lumpur, all right? And what actually happened, all right? The first beneficiary is actually Section 16 Shah Alam, industrialization of Shah Alam. So that was one of the earliest, in fact, I think the first planned industrial park in the whole of Malaysia. All right, so there is a huge significant one. So Section 16 Shah Alam is what you see. All right, so then of course then you have development along here like Subang Jaya in the 70s. All right, Subang Jaya in the 70s once upon a time was actually a godforsaken area. All right, why? Because in the 70s airport is nearby, so you got the plane noise, then the plane may crash. All right, then you also have a pig farm over there. All right, so in the 70s, do you know Subang Jaya houses are cheaper than Shah Alam? Okay, I remember my mom bought a double-story link house in Section 11 Shah Alam for 55,000 to 55 or 58,000 in 1978. A semi-D in Bangsa is 69,000. All right, and the Subang Jaya house is the cheapest. But look at what it is today. All right, so because you know why? Development, your location is a dynamic thing. It's dynamic, meaning it's not just physical, it's also time bound and also relative with surrounding development. All right, so when you look at Federal Highway 1974, then of course you have in the 90s you have Kersas. All right, so when you have Kersas, what you will have, Kersas will lead to Kota Kemuning area, right? And then you have all this elite and all this is development around here. And then in the early 2000s, so in the early 70s is right in the middle. In the 90s is around surrounding here, right? So you can see all this Bukit Rimau all started to come out, and all the development along the highway to elite, along elite and all the way to KLIA. And 2000 onwards is the northern part, because it makes sense, because this is what we call the spillover theory, all right, of land economics. So when you look at early 2005, you have Guthrie Corridor, okay, and lately Dash Highway 2024 and LATA 2011. So that became a catalyst of growth area. All right, so what was once upon a time a godforsaken area, all right, today is very different. And once upon a time, when you're a godforsaken area like Subang Jaya, of course, history already tell you what happened to Subang Jaya, right? Those who enter in the early stage make the money. Today, when you go in, do you really make that kind of money in Subang Jaya? The answer is no, because it's a very matured area. Doesn't mean the location is bad. All right, so remember, when you talk about location, you also must be time bound and also relative to the surrounding. I give you a very simple example. So if your location is right, your time bound is right, all of a sudden the surrounding is you buy a property, then next door it become a landfill. Wow, like that means jialat already lah, means, you know. So three things are investment. It's not just location, physical, time bound, and relative to the development within the surrounding area. So when you look at this, this is why over the last 6-7 years, all right, you have areas like Puncak Alam, Elmina, you know, that people keep talking about it. All right. So I remember my recollection of Puncak Alam is 1998, Alam Jaya Industrial Park. All right. So Puncak Alam, I'm going to give you a bit of history of Puncak Alam. So in 1998, there's already Alam Industrial Park. I remember the land then was only about 18 ringgit to 20 ringgit industrial land. So I was a sales agent on the ground, and my client said, "Hey, I have a piece of land in Alam Jaya Industrial Park." So when I drive here, so I market a lot of Glenmarie area. So when I was driving here at that point of time, vividly I remember the terrace single-story factory, almost like abandoned. All right. Then I said, who on earth will come here? All right. But today, time has changed. All right. The physical location is still the same physical location. It's still the same Google coordinate. Everything is the same. All right. Physical location didn't change. Time changed, and relative development surrounding this area has changed. All right. So a very simple tip for those who are investing. Three things. So you got physical location, time bound, and relative development within that area. All right. So if you can hit 2 out of 3, means your investment risk is lower. That's it. All right. Next. So if you look at Puncak Alam, relatively Puncak Alam is here. So 15 kilometer to Klang, 20 kilometer to Shah Alam, 25 kilometer Putrajaya, wow, 30 kilometer to Kuala Lumpur. Damn far, man. Right. The word far is also a relative thing. You have to remember why highways make an area grow. Because highway connect dot to dot and make it a shorter journey, traveling time. Again, is time. All right. Remember physical location, time, and surrounding development. So because of this, if you look at Dash Highway, Puncak Alam today, where we stand here today, if you want to go to IKEA Mutiara Damansara, how long would that take you? Possibly not more than 38 minutes and 25 seconds. So precise. It's about there lah. Okay, so I just made that up lah. All right, okay. But I remember there were at least twice. It was on the weekday, 5:30 p.m. to 6 p.m. I left IKEA Mutiara Damansara to come to here. It took me 40 minutes, right? Okay, and the amazing what you call highway called Dash, right? Dash actually makes so much of a difference. All right, Dash. Just 2 days ago, I was in Bukit Beruntung. All right, for a whole day seminar. Then I'm supposed to meet my family for dinner in Oasis Ara Damansara, right? And so initially, I put my waist back to my home, Glenmarie. It takes me 45 minutes. So when the location change to Ara Damansara, it become 29. Why? I was thinking why. It took me to Dash Highway. All right. So the amazing part of it. All right. So now what I'm going to share today, very simple. Okay. So everything is systematic. Everything is structured. Never make an investment decision when you are not well informed. When you do not know what is the past and you don't know what is the present, you will not see the future clearly. Because everything begins with the past and present, and then that is the future. All right, so I'm going to share is the early days of the early days of Puncak Alam, the catalyst. Why Puncak Alam all out of sudden? Actually, not all out of sudden. It happens 5, 6 years, 7, 8 years ago already. All right, then the tipping point is the one that a lot of people out of sudden realize, hey, how come over the last 3, 4 years, I have friends talking about Puncak Alam and all that. All right. So I'm a salesman. All right. So when I went for my yearly checkup with my specialist, so I said, hey, doctor, you got invest or not? All right. So I managed to sell him one factory after seeing him for 6 years. All right. So I said, got invest or not? 3 years ago, I said you should invest. He said, yeah, my friend was talking about Puncak Alam. So last year he bought one through me. All right. So I see him once a year. So another word is why, because he also said 3 years ago, I remember, hey, you invest? I say, yeah, my friend invest in industrial and also commercial. I say, where? Puncak Alam. Wow. Why the market all of a sudden thought Puncak Alam is because of the tipping point, not because of the catalyst. But those who know the catalyst way before the market react to the tipping point are the one that actually make a lot of money. It's crazily one. Let me just tell you one thing. Nothing is real unless your land price goes up. Agree with me? All right. So our grandparents, great-grandparents, they always buy land and then, then it multiply to, many fold. Okay. If you were to buy a land in Puncak Alam in 2019, 2020, today that land itself has appreciated a minimum 50%. I'm talking about minimum 50%, and you're talking about 5 years. This is transacted industrial, all right, land. 50% means, I can tell you, better than your FD, better than your EPF, better than a lot of things, right? And it's still appreciating. Crazy. And because of the basic foundation of land price increase, that is where your property will increase. So then the people always say, hey, where is the best location? Because when you buy property, when you invest, means you want capital appreciation, you want rental return, right? Okay. So then how do you know your property can appreciate? Oh, because it's main road, because it's not main road, because of this, because of that. Those are theory. Correct or not? So when we're school, let's say you go to a university and study, where is the best location? I tell you, it's all theory. You must have good connectivity, you must have good accessibility, you must have good frontage, you must have this, you must have that, you must have everything. Am I right? Theory. But you know what will reduce your risk of investment? The fact that you have land price that went up. No longer a theory. So whatever theory that you have, or whatever salespeople that come and tell you and convince you to buy, all right, you have to ask yourself, really? How would you know? Land price. If you track land price in that area, you cannot go that wrong one. Don't even track selling price of a shop yet. You have to track land price, because you know why? Land is the raw material of a real estate. That's it. All right. So that is what I do when I do investment. I track the land price. So the land price go up, then of course the opportunities. There are plenty opportunities. Why Puncak Alam, and then where the future is. All right. So next. So early days, very simple. Early days. This is early days. It's actually a feudal settlement. That's it. So early days. There was probably in the 60s, 70s. And by the early 90s, all right, so there's this plan by the Selangor State Government of redevelopment of this area. All right, so this started by Felda. All right, so next next, yeah, all right. So okay, the catalyst can see, yeah, all right. The catalyst very simple, education. All right. So Malaysia is known for a lot of universities, university here, university there, university everywhere. So you just drive here to the north, you can already see a university doing advertisement. Now, you have to look this as a whole. If you have an area with a university, would it actually spur growth and actually increase the land price? The answer is no. All right. If you just have health facilities, would it increase your land price and would it spur growth in that area? The answer is no. All right. And if you have highway connectivity, would it? Yes, maybe it will. All right. So you have master plan, you have industrial logistics and all that. Now, when you look at this, now a lot of areas will have part of this, will have some of this. But the sequence is very important. All right, the sequence. So you have education, you have healthcare, you have highway connectivity, you have master plan, industrial, future rail, relatively affordable. You think about it. You still think about it. All right. Do you know UITM already started in Puncak Alam in 2009 and 10? And if you were to come in and invest, I will tell you, you did not make a wrong decision. It's just that you didn't make the wisest decision. All right, because if you invest then, today you also make money, but it takes you so long. So the whole thing about investment is why you invest. You invest because you want to see your rate of return. How much do you get within 3 years, 5 years, 8 years, 10 years, 20 years, right? Okay. All right. So you see, the traditional way is you go and buy a link house. Link house rental return is low, but it will appreciate better than an apartment. Correct or not? Yeah. So why do people invest in industrial commercial? Because your rate of return is much higher. So your payback capital is higher. That's why REIT company, real estate investment trust, not REIT company, REIT as in real estate investment trust, you see their portfolio, all the Malaysian REIT, without fail, all right, 99, 98 or almost 100% are a mixture of commercial and industrial. All right, hardly you have residential. And yet, why all our fellow friends, you know, our kids or, you know, our whoever they say is like, hey, well, go and buy apartment? Because you know why? Because everyone wants to invest in real estate. Now, if I were you, if let's say I am young, the first thing I will do is, this is what I tell my kids also. The first thing is don't need to buy a house first. You go and rent a house. You save your money, you go and invest. Because house is never an investment. All right, that's it. Why do you need to buy a house in really? Really don't have to. When you invest in industrial commercial, when you get the return, you can then buy a house and the net rental return will pay your installment. So sequence is very important. So why Puncak Alam is very interesting and is really that hotspot is because you look at it, all right, highway connectivity. Highway connectivity already started in 2005, Guthrie Corridor. 2011, Lata Highway. 2020, 22 or 2023, Dash Highway. And of course, you have WCE. Because of that highway, 2005 Guthrie Corridor started to come in, that is where you have developer that comes in to do a township development, no longer pocket development. Everyone will say they do a township development, but is it really a township development? You can label everything, right? You can even label you are a specialist, you are the property guru or whatever. That is just labeling. But you look at what is real, what has happened. Because of highway connectivity, developers start coming in. When you have developers that start coming in, when you have a planned township development with highway connectivity, population will grow. When population will grow means you need to have a healthcare. And then you need to have education, right? So the thing is, I always tell people, never because of just one university you go and buy. May not be wrong, but you have to look everything as a whole, right? Okay, you have to look everything as a whole. I give you a super classic example. Utropolis Glenmarie, if you are familiar. Utropolis Glenmarie, today I think the university is UCSI, is it? Before that was University of Wollongong. So I remember very well, this is in 2013-14. So the whole Utropolis Glenmarie consists of a university, and within the development consists of 6 blocks of apartment, or 5 blocks of apartment and 1 block of Soho. So the first block apartment, everyone crazy went to buy. Okay, I remember I want to buy 1 unit also cannot. Because as an agent, we are not considered associate. So it's 2-bedroom and 3-bedroom apartment. Wow, sounds like hotcake, man. Then when you come to the Soho, they got stuck. So we sell their Soho. Today, the Soho is performing better than the apartment. 2-bedroom, 3-bedroom apartment. Soho appreciate better, rental return better. Alright? Why? It's because they keep having this sales strategy. next to the university. So when it come to the Soho, they got stuck. So when we took over, I repositioned how people look at it, because you cannot rely on university. You see, Glenmarie has a lot of white-collar workers, a lot of executive. So a Soho itself, we position that there's a lot of companies over there that will buy or that will rent for their visitor. And true enough, this is what happened. Students do not rent. Majority of students do not rent a Soho or 452. You know what they do? They go and rent a 2-bedroom, 3-bedroom. All right, one of the parents go and pay 3,000. After that, you go and get your friend to sublet all the rooms and subsidize your own rental. That is what it is. So another word is, just because of a university and it become a catalyst, you may want to rethink. All right. So because of highway connectivity, developers start coming in. There is a organic needs of healthcare and education. Then that area growth. When that area growth, it will lead to, of course, downstream commercial industrial activities, right? Because if you do not have a population growth, what are we even talking about? Industrial activities, commercial activities. I give you one very simple example. Okay, the chicken and the egg. So which one comes first? The chicken or the egg? So without a chicken, how can you have an egg? Because without the egg, you cannot have a chicken, right? So it's the chicken or the egg. I give you a very simple example. If everyone come together to Puncak Alam all of a sudden will boom, right? So it's always the catalyst. So another word is, if you do not have the population, your shop lot will not work. If you have a shop lot to say that this is going to be a commercial area, you better have the population. So when you look at the organic growth of highway connectivity start coming, leading to developer doing township development and increase, and because of that population growth increase, it will lead to the need of a healthcare and education as well. All right, and then of course, downstream logistic area and also commercial area. When you have logistic industrial commercial area, even the ECRL will cut through Puncak Alam, and ECRL cut through Puncak Alam. And then remember, Puncak Alam just started to have I call it the second life of Puncak Alam about 6-7 years ago. Prices are still relatively lower than Kota Damansara, than other PJ area. So another word is, these are the catalysts. All right. So then the thing is, when you have this catalyst, is it good to invest? Yes. Now, right now we say, wow, yeah, Aldrin, yes, I can see this, because there's a healthcare, there's just a hospital that was just officially launched last year, if I'm not mistaken. You know, you have an education center that's already here. Highway connectivities are there, LATA Dash, you know, GCE, WCE. Township developers are already here. You can see industrial is already happening, commercial. So ECLL under construction, prices you compare still relatively lower. Now, if you were to enter in 2005, you may not get the best effect because the rest hasn't come in. So when you look at the catalyst, you look as a whole. Today, one thing is, land price go up, your risk of investment actually goes down. Next, please. So when you look at all that, so ECRL is also the latest catalyst. Ta-da! All the way from Kota Bharu to Klang. All right. So one of the things that you will notice is not every stop has a cargo. These are cargo stop. All right. Cargo means there's commercial industrial activities. So you look at this. You look at Pasir Puteh. You look at Dungun Chukai. These are all having Kuantan Port. These are all industrial commercial area. And then you have Puncak Alam. What does it say about Puncak Alam? If you want to have an area that is highly sustainable in terms of your investment, you know, whether you buy a house, got people rent or not. Okay, whether you buy a factory, got people rent or not. Whether you buy a shop lot, got people rent. I can tell you, if you have to ask a question, who will rent, means you do not know the fact that this is a growing area. All right, okay. So because of that, that's why in Puncak Alam today, you have the population growth, you have industrial activities, not now, But since 20 over years ago, and also commercial activities now because of the population growth, that's why ECLL, if you look at the alignment, one of the cargo stop is in Puncak Alam. All right. Okay. So next. So now, so if you look at ECRL, this is okay. So where are we? We are somewhere around here. This area, this crossover here is actually, I call it the heart of Puncak Alam. This is the major cross junction. This major cross junction is just somewhere, if you look over there, the front is a road just about over that direction. All right. So ECRL is here. So one of my friends say, hey, how come that the ECRL doesn't come in the middle? Of course cannot lah. You know why? Land acquisition costs and all that, physically not feasible. All right. So so it's over here lah. Then everyone say, wow, like that then we should go and buy over here. It cannot be one ECRL you go and buy lah. Correct or not? Which is more important, a ECRL or a center location? Which is more important, a CRL or the fact that the development is happening here? Right. Yeah, so you have to look at the weightage, right? Okay, next please. So the other one is, of course, interchange, Plaza Toh Eco Grandeur. So one of the developments. So why this is important? This was only 11 November 2025. So I remember, you know, quite a few years back, about five years ago, we were selling for Eco. We are still selling for Eco. One of the things that they actually promised, all right, or put in the sales kit is there will be interchange, all right, linking Puncak Alam to Lata Highway. So this is called the interchange of Plaza Toh Eco Grandeur. Next please. So this Plaza Toh Eco Grandeur, this is what happened, all right. So this is the map of Puncak Alam. Guthrie Corridor 2005. Because of 2005, this area start to grow. Not very exciting, because you know why? You got a highway that passes by, you have to use internal road to come in, right? Okay, then after that, you have 2011 Lata Connect Dash, and then is it very interesting? Getting more interesting, but not so interesting, because from Lata, if you don't have a direct interchange, you still can get to Lata. All right, now today there's an interchange. And then of course, then you have a Dash Highway 2023, 22, I think 23, right? So today, and of course WC. So today, when you look at Puncak Alam location, it's actually flanked by WCE, Lata, Guthrie Corridor, Dash, and of course linking to North-South Highway. Now you look at this area, Subang Airport area, all this Sungai Buloh is already developing, right? So what you want is the next growth area. You need everyone that makes money out of their investment are the one that is ahead of the curve. When you know that there is the catalyst is there rather than the tipping point. But I can tell you, if you were to invest because you know the catalyst way back, you take higher risk. But the fact that there is already a tipping point means the testimony of all the catalysts is already happening. You take less risk. When you take less risk, means your chances of making money is higher, because your higher risk that you take, if you got it right, you make abundant return. Am I right? So another word is, I missed the boat already. Then where is the next place? What kind of investors are you? Are you taking high risk, or you want to have somewhere in the middle? Now, personally, I feel Puncak Alam today, all right, we are in a time frame. Location is already given. Accessibility is given. The infrastructure is already given. The population growth is already given. The only thing is timing. So remember, physical location already given. All right, timing, yes or no. Then development within this area also given. Timing. How do you know whether you get the right timing? You will never know. But let me just say something. If you look at the past, over the last 10, 15 years, with all the catalysts, and then when you have the tipping point, then only everyone say, oh, everyone wants to come to Puncak Alam now. Is it too late? It's not too late, depending on what product that you buy. All right. So, and the product that you buy, if you ask me, one of the best thing that you can have today is industrial commercial. So then the next thing is, which is better, industrial or commercial? They are both good. All right. You have to depend on what is your appetite and what do you look for. All right. Next, please. So now, when you have the highway connectivity, this will happen. This one is definitely there. This one is why rental like this, just this ground floor itself, the rental is already 7,000 to 8,000. Just this one ground floor, not upper floor. All right, 7,000 to 8,000. You know, on par with a lot of other areas. Why? It's because of this. When you have all the highways, highway will widen your catchment area. When highway widen your catchment area, it increase demand. When you increase demand, means your rentability goes up. Your rentability goes up means you increase your rental rate. Your rental rate go up means ROI. Your ROI goes up means capital appreciation. All right. I remember very well. We have agents who were marketing these few rows of shops. All right. And I think easily within a year or slightly less, at least 70-80% taken. Why? Why? Because of this. So what you see cannot just happen like that one, you know. What you see means is an accumulation of all the catalysts since 2005. Guthrie Corridor, all right, all the way until about few years back, it become a tipping point. So another word is you have highway connectivity and you have all the catalysts, your investment today in Puncak Alam, and of course there's also other areas. Your risk is relatively way mitigated, right? Okay, next please. And so when you look at the timeline of journey, so you have Puncak Alam under Felda, then your first phase of development, first phase of residential development. One of the very earliest developer, of course, is Road Builders. All right, of course, Road Builders eventually was taken over by IJM. So that's why you have IJM also has a pocket of land over here. Then in 2000, there's a bit of a population growth and small industrial development. All right, 2005 is the announcement of Guthrie Corridor. All right, or Guthrie Corridor is ready. Then you have UITM. Okay, then you have all these dash highway announcement that you will commence, and yes, 2022, 23, 24 dash WCE all completed, ECLL under construction. Now, when you look at this, if you want to buy low and sell high, you should come in 1985. But that is a good 40 years, you know, crazy, right? Okay. So do you buy here, do you make money? Correct. You buy here, do you make money? Correct. You buy here, do you make money? Right. But if you buy within this area now, okay, between your return and the time frame, it will be the most optimal. That is what it is. So all investment, you have to have the optimal point. All right. So if you are looking at just all this, and I buy, I just leave it there, you know, no IC, right? You please go and buy land. You know, go and buy land on the outskirts area because development will go there one. But is that what you want? All right. So no, because in today's world, speed is crucial. All right. So next, please. So now the tipping point. So I talk about the early days, the catalyst, all the catalysts that you have seen, right? You got the what? You got the highway, you got township developers, lead to population growth, leads to education, leads to medical, then leads to the fact that you know, you have all the high, relatively wider catchment area. That's why the what you call the shops over here, the industrial occupancy rate are good. But what were the tipping point that the market start looking at it? The tipping point was in 2015 when EcoWorld took over an abandoned project and start to buy land. 2015, that was a good 16 years ago, 1 decade ago. And so you see, why that is because one more time click, it's because in 2015 there was an announcement of Dash Highway. The highway that became the catalyst for developers to come in to build housing, a well-planned township development 2015 because of the announcement of Dash Highway. So that's why EcoWorld came in, right? Okay. Before that, you have Guthrie Corridor. It does contribute, but not significantly. You have LATA, but without the interchange, it doesn't. So you know why EcoWorld, when EcoWorld came in, they start building township development, all right? And then what happened is the first thing that they did is they announced they're going to have the interchange to LATA, which opened last year, which Dash Highway also opened the year before last year. So because of this, it became a tipping point. That's why the whole market is talking about Puncak Alam, right? So in case you think, why all of a sudden Puncak Alam is like that? Things cannot happen overnight one. It's already since 10, 15, almost 20 years ago, 2005. Just one very simple highway Guthrie Corridor. Remember I showed you Shah Alam Center, Shah Alam South, Shah Alam North. Shah Alam North before 2005, there is no highway going up. Just one highway. So a 20 years of continuous journey of catalysts that build up and build the momentum, all right? And what you see over the last 5 years is the addition of the the rest of the catalysts, there's Dash Highway, all that. Now is the time for all to invest. That's it. Because you know why? 20 more years. All right. So next, please. So the opportunities: commercial, industrial, full stop. Nothing more, nothing less. Houses can buy, also can. Everything can invest. So, but I'm also a bit biased because when I invest, I also invest into these two. All right? Because I never make money out of my house. Still didn't make money. I can tell you, none of my houses that I bought that I stay at didn't make money. All right? So, so buy this. This one, make money. Now, why is because there's a couple of reasons why. Now, I'm not going to get too deep between what is commercial, what is industrial, why better than residential. They are all not bad investment is what you want. But generally, okay, what you see is, if you are not very sure, then you look at real estate investment trust, REIT company. REIT company wants you to invest in their share, and their only nature of revenue that is going to give you the dividend is rental. So if they invest in industrial commercial and they can give you the 5 to 6% dividend or 4 to 6% dividend, means industrial commercial properties is good for you to invest to collect the rental. Otherwise, they wouldn't be going in. All right, next. So, so when you look at that, so in Puncak Alam, there's a lot and a lot and a lot. Actually, also not a lot. Okay. So Puncak Alam, you know, it started with a bit of a population, a bit of a development, a bit of industrial. So this was the I think this is the Alam Jaya industrial area that is in the 90s. So industrial, you know, you have EcoWorld Business Park over here. There's a few plots including here. Started about 2019. Those days, 2019, EcoWorld land was at about the early stage. Before 2020 was 60 plus. All right. Then 2021, 70 plus. Today is slightly above 100 ringgit. So that is what it is. All right. Then of course you follow by development, by Koji, by all these KSL. Then you got Sun Surya and all that. And 2 years ago, LBS is just right behind here. All right, behind. And so then people ask which is the best. They are all good. All right. The issue is then which is the best location. It has a strength and it has a weaknesses. But let me just tell you one thing. The whole situation now is, remember the 2 out of 3 theory. The location, the timing, and also the relative development surrounding the property that you're going to buy. All right. The location, Puncak Alam, already given. as I said, your catalyst and you have the tipping point. All right, okay. Then if you look at the location, this is better or this is better, this is better. I can tell you the whole situation is, you can say this is better, you can say this is better, this is better, but you have to take into consideration your time of entry, all right, into the development over here. If you were to enter in EcoWorld Business Park 5 years ago, even though in my opinion this location is slightly off the center, location relatively may not be the best, but your time of entry, you already gain significant advantage, right? And then the surrounding development, and also coupled with the fact that you have data interchange over here. So you see, every time when you say the best location, so it's very simple, man. Would you want to buy a best location where the price is already go up to maximum? You may, if you know, there's also again nothing wrong. So when you look at this, but what is more interesting is this: when you have a population growth. Now you think about it, we in the same area. We talk about land price again. We in the same area, all right. You're comparing land within the same area. Which is the cheapest? The lowest price? Residential land, industrial land, or commercial? Which one is relatively the lowest? Residential land, right? Generally, all right. Then the one in the middle is industrial. The one that generally has the highest per square foot price is commercial. Okay. Don't say no lah. I got the example here. The industrial better than the commercial. No. We talk about general. Okay. Now the one thing is this: what happened on the last 15-20 years? The catalyst to the tipping point. What happened after the tipping point? You have to remember, when you have a tipping point, the growth of population will be much faster because the market already know, right? For example, if you work in Kota Damansara, would you want to stay in Puncak Alam? The answer is yes, because you know why? Here the price is easily 20% cheaper than Kota Damansara, and you got the Dash Highway. Just like those days, if you happen to get married in the 90s, you know what is your housing area you look for? USJ. Today, where got young people want to go to USJ one? Right? Lesser. Right? Today, people look at where? Rimbayu, Desa Park City, Kuasa Land, I don't know. Puncak Alam, Setia Alam, Puncak Alam, correct or not? Time has changed, right? So when you look at this, what I want to say is, when after the tipping point, your population growth, the highest beneficiary, in my opinion, in terms of timing, is commercial land. All right, because you know why? When you have a population growth, it will impact commercial land more than the industrial, because the industrial has already gone up. Okay, generally, averagely, the industrial land in Malaysia is about 130, 140, say 130 to 150. All right, generally. So, Puncak Alam today is already 105. Okay, so because you know why? The first beneficiary is actually the industrial. All right, then the population come, then the commercial. So this is the time to invest in commercial, right? And so where the best to invest in commercial? Now, in the center. So this is where we are. Where we are now is somewhere around here. Okay, this area, including the shops here, the shops over there, and opposite the road. Okay, and the best part is, you know why? Because all commercial area has to be very center. Okay, and if you were to invest anywhere here, theoretically your risk is low. Okay, and I tell you why. Not only by location, by timing, and by what is happening surrounding here. I can tell you today, if you walk out of this gallery not looking into investing in the commercial, you may want to rethink. All right, so next please. All right, so center now, catalysts are already there. There's already a tipping point, right? And then location, check. Timing for that commercial location, check or not. You see, yeah? So this is where what is happening. So this is the whole Google Earth map of Puncak Alam. So this is Puncak Alam, all right? So that center, the cross junction just right over there is actually here. So where we are now today is here, all right? So my opinion, if you want to invest in commercial, is here, okay? But not all center works if your timing is wrong. Center physical location works. Your timing has to be almost perfect, almost ideal, and this is what is happening in Puncak Alam. So if you look at the Puncak Alam development in 1995, nothing, correct? So next, so then in 1998 you start having development, not from the center, from here. You see, most of the area development always start from the center one year. Then it go up, then it will go back. I give you a super classic example. I have the same map for Mont Kiara, Jalan Mont Kiara. Jalan Kiara, is it the main? Jalan Kiara development started in 1995. You got Plaza Mont Kiara, where the McDonald's is, and I think Pelangi is one of the earliest development. All right, so that was in the 90s. In early 2000, it started to go to Publica, Dutamas. You know, those days, people don't want to go to Dutamas one because they say it's a gambut dalam. You look at Publica today. So when the area start growing, you know what happened? It start coming to the center. And now it's moving to the west. Right. So now, that is starting from center. But you see Puncak Alam terbalik, you know. So then you have a bit of development 98. Next, please. Then when you look at the 2001, you have development over this side. Center still nothing. Maybe you get some oil palm. Maybe like that, okay. Then you look at the next next place, 2004. You can see the developments starting to encroach in the middle. Next, and then you have 2007, more development. So meaning to say, can you imagine how to put this? Can you know the law? Okay. I think okay. Let's not talk about Albert Einstein. Okay. So can you imagine? You have a bow. All right. So a bow, right? And the bow in the middle is a hole, right? So you think about it. When you have the highest volume of water in the bowl, means your pressure in the hole at the bottom is the highest. Am I right? So this is exactly what it is. When you fill up the water in the bowl, when your water rises up, the volume put the most pressure versus when your volume of water is here. So it's the same thing. So when you have development start encroaching into the middle, next please, and then 2010 even more, means your water rises up even more. Yeah, next, 2013, next, 2016, next, 2019, next, here, 2022. And press one more time. So this is where your bowl with a hole in the middle. 20 years ago, the water level is just right at the side, or very low, but now today it has grown up, funneling to the middle. That is the reason why you see things happening in the center. All right, not just theory, and I can show you why is that so. Next, please. All right. So this is what happened. So this is what happened. Where to invest? Let's say a shop lot. I can tell you, Puncak Alam. If you go and survey one by one, you will end up not investing in anything. Because you know why? Because this is where we are now. This is the center. You have development over here. You have development that is here. You got development of shop lot here. Alright, shop lot here, here, and here. The only shop lot development that is right in the center is currently here. We are exactly here. Alright, and the phase 1 Eco Grandeur. Okay, now remember, without Eco World, this wouldn't be here. We wouldn't be standing here. So this is what the journey is, not just what I say, because of the catalyst, because of the tipping point, because of the development from the peripheral going right in the center. That's why you have earlier development of shop lot. And mind you, all this shop lot that is surrounding here one, not here, occupancy rate is more than 90% one here. All right. So then, you want cheap price or you want best price, best location? If you want the lower per square foot, you go for the surrounding lah. Those are slightly over 1 million also get. Why pay so high? Because your theory is buy low, sell high, right? But it's not about buy low, sell high. Okay, it's about your growth in the future. So we talk about the past, which are the catalysts. We talk about the present now, which is the tipping point. You have to look at the future, right? It's like that, ma. So then how? Then like you know, like I said, how do you measure whether a man is a good partner? By age, by look, or by money? I don't know. How about woman? Is it by age, by look, or how? So you think about it, it's the future. So if you were to buy something today and the future can have more value, means this is what investment is all about. So if you ask me the place of interest today, remember when land price go up? No. When catalyst, tipping point, population go up, the first beneficiary is commercial land. So what we have is the commercial land prices are going up, means you buy a commercial property, it makes sense. The thing is when you have peripheral funneling into the middle, and coupled by the fact that this is, if I were to say that 5 years ago is a theory, but today I'm saying something that is a fact because you already see the shops over here next. Alright, so let's zoom in. Okay, so this is where we are exactly somewhere around here. Alright, so so if I were to point there, it will be here pointing here. Alright, so now the center of center. So the shop lot is, this is a phase 1 of Ecoworld just across the road. This is the phase 2. Alright, this is where we are now. Alright, so now don't talk about here better or here better or here better or here better. Don't talk about all that. Don't compare first. We talk about location, center of center. Agree with me? Here is good for commercial. Okay, right? Okay. Don't talk about which is better first. All right? Because you know why? What is better today will cost you more. All right? What is better in the future may cost you less today. All right? So why is because when you have eco grandeur and the rest of the development, the rental over here has gone up from 3,000 to 8,000. And I got a statistic that I'm going to show you. All right, that is government transacted rental data. So today, opportunity, don't overlook here and here. All right. So what you see over here is what you see over there. That is where Alpha Galaxy is developing. Now, am I here to promote Alpha Galaxy? The answer is no. I am just telling you one of the investment that you can have, the best investment relatively, all right, is this area. And so happen Alpha Galaxy is developing the shop. All right, okay. So so if you ask me, can buy or not, can buy. Can buy or not, can buy. Everything also can buy. There's nothing that you cannot buy. Because you know why? Then the next thing is, if you got no one to rent, can buy or not, then you say cannot. If my installment is too high, then how? Actually, can buy or not, it's not the location, it's not the timing, it's not the relative development. Can buy, cannot buy is actually ourselves, right? If you are ready to invest, Puncak Alam is one of it. And Puncak Alam, right at the center, is what you need to look for. And right at the center is commercial for all the reasons given. So when you have all these retailers come in, naturally it will spill over here. All right, next please. Right, so this is just a snapshot of the pocket of development. All right, so you got Bandar Hill Park, Saujana, you got all these and Eco Grandeur and all that. What I want to show you is this. This is the center of the center. Commercial land is the beneficiary when the population grows. All right, and the fact that here is commercial, you have this plot of land, and over here that is not commercial yet. No, the land is already commercial, but now it's doing development. Now, It makes sense because you are surrounded by housing area, by industrial area, and that is what I'm trying to say. So now, you always remember, okay, the one, when you come to commercial is super highly sensitive to positioning. The position of Puncak Alam and the position of USJ. USJ, what is the best position for a commercial hub? It's called what? Taipan, correct or not? Subang Jaya is called SS15, okay? PJ is very big, but PJ we have a few. SS2, Damansara Uptown, correct or not? Puncak Alam, you have here. No need to say anymore one, alright? No need to say anymore, alright? Unless the pricing is out, unless a lot of things is out, unless the design out, unless all that. But I can tell you, pricing cannot get too wrong, or cannot get too wrong. So that, okay, next please. And now, so when you look at here, alright, so this is where the middle is, this is where we are at the moment. You look at the artery of all the highway, Lata interchange, alright, and then you have a Guthrie corridor, somehow it's not here, it's our Guthrie corridor. So when you have all the intricacy of all the road system, and the fact that development has been from the peripheral going to the center, the time is optimal in my analysis, alright? And it makes a lot of sense. It's not something I say out of nothing, alright? Because what I just shared is what you also see the testimony of the shop over here, the shop in the phase 1, and the future of the other side, which is the future of here. Next, please. Alright? So, so where we are is somewhere here. So this traffic, this major cross junction is there. So, so you have two-story development over here. Alright, if you want to find out more, you can ask, you know, some of the agents over here. Now, next, okay, the future, got future or not? Right? All the salesmen will tell you the future is bright one. Correct or not? It's like that, ma. Alright, all the lawyers will ask you be careful of what you enter in the contract today. All the bankers, they are just interested to lend you money because they want to earn your interest. Am I right? Then, how do we defend ourselves? How do we protect ourselves? How? You got a banker, hey, lend, can, no problem one. Like free money, nothing is free, correct? Then you have an agent come and tell you, buy, everything also can buy. Then you have a lawyer, you go and ask your lawyer, can, cannot. Then you ask, then how? Don't look into all this because you make the wisest decision because if you are well informed. So now, the future, next. How does the future looks like? The future looks like when you look at what is happening today and what happened over the last 2 years. So these are the two-story transaction in Selangor by volume and value. Two-story. The area of interest is Kuala Langat, Klang, Kuala Selangor, and Petaling. I'm talking about Mukim. Mukim, Petaling, including Shah Alam. So if you look at that, if you look at volume of transaction first for shop officers, don't look at here, you look at, you got 1 story, 2 story, 3 story, 4 story. The one that has the most transaction is 2 story. Now, if you ask me, I love 2 story because 2 story relatively give you a better return than 3 story. Why? Because 3 story is developer will build another story and sell you space in the air, right? So 2 story is very ideal. And 2 story development will only happen when the land price is still low. If the land price has gone up, developer will build 3 story or 5 story already. So that's what happens. So your location is right, Puncak Alam, because of the catalyst and the tipping point. Your timing is now. Alright, if you ask me. Now and why? Because, well, the land price is not too high. The further population growth will put a pressure on the commercial land price to go up. I can tell you, soon you will see developer build 3-story one. Without fail one, it's coming, it's happening. In fact, I already know a developer that's going to build a 3-story because land price has gone up. Alright, somewhere nearby. So you go and buy the 2-story. So now, next. So if you look at the shop lot transaction volume 2022 to 2024, Between the 1 story, 2 story, 3 story, 5 story, you see the 2 story are the one that goes up. All right. Why? Because demand has gone up. Why? Because of the fact that you have relatively new area and you have area like Puncak Alam that has a good catalyst and a tipping point. It will make sense. So this is a volume. Next. So when you look at the volume, you have to look at the value. The value means when the volume go up, the value go up. So you see 2 story also go up concurrently. So another word is from 2023 onwards is an indication of finally after the tipping point. All right, people realize population is going to grow, and you have relatively new area with good connectivity. And then you have new area where not only good connectivity, you see population grow, leading to institution, education institution, then health hospital. These are not testimony. This is a validation that the population grow. Because of that, you have such facilities and it will lead to this. So next, so when you look at Mukim Petaling, I'm going to show you this. Now, what I want to show you is everything will go up, and that's for sure. All right, because it's commercial. Secondary location, prime location. So which is better, prime and secondary? Which is better? Let me just tell you one thing. When you enter in the prime area will tend to appreciate better than secondary. But secondary, you also make money. All right. So the first thing is you have to get the location right physically. All right. So you got to look at, how do you know it's right? You got to look at all the catalysts. Then there must be a tipping point one. An area with catalyst without a tipping point is an area where it will not be a hotspot. So for us, how do we know whether it's a hotspot? Is when there's tipping point, and then when there's a catalyst, and then there's a tipping point, right? Okay. But what is more important thing is the future. So because of this, if you look at here, means again, if you are investing in commercial shop in Puncak Alam today, all right, you go to the center physically surrounding here. All right, that is number one. All right, because you get the double and triple whammy. Physical location within Puncak Alam is the best at the center. The fact that development coming in, right? Okay, so go for the center now. Next, so if again you look at Klang, prime location, secondary location, same thing happened per square foot. Over the last 3 years, even in Mukim Klang, what do you call better location area, price go up more. Now next, and then you have Kuala Selangor, the same as well. Next, and then you look at Petaling, Klang, Kuala Selangor. Now, the first thing first is, when you look at the graph like that versus a graph like that, you say you want to be here. Also bear in mind, when you want to have a steeper appreciation, means your entry per square foot is higher, right? So you want to buy low and sell high, right? Correct or not? You buy low and sell high, you buy low or you buy high, you buy low. But you must have the future. You still appreciate, right? And the future, if you ask me, is very bright in Puncak Alam. Not because of anything, because the catalyst, the present, you already see things are happening, right? Okay, next please. So this one, this is from Napik. All right, okay. So rental of ground floor, Eco Grandeur Shop, 2019, medium price. 2024, 8,000. Right, that's it. So okay, next. It's a decade for investing. This is a decade for investing. You know how people make money? People make money is, I started in 1995 somewhere here. So I have a lot of clients who invest. This is a volume of transaction, right? Means the demand keep going up. But you know what goes up, come down. So it will reach 2011-12, the peak. Now, one very significant that you need to know, all right? In our in our life, if you start working at 25, you retire at 60 Is it? What is the retirement age? Let's say 65 lah. Let's say 65 lah. So 25. So 35, 45, 55, 65. 40 years. Alright? That's it. 40 years. Now, you know how significant each decade. You only have 4 decades. So those who invest over here, year 2000, they enter here, cantik just nice. Okay, 20% of their working life, 1 decade, go up. I can tell you, those who invest here today, you can afford to retire. This is what wealth creation. No, this is what building of wealth is all about. You know, not only you get the location right, you get the product right, and all that. But I can tell you, when you enter into the right wave, even your location, you don't get it too right, you will be safe. If you get a location relatively better, but the decade is against you, you don't get the best result. So, last decade, 2000 to 2020, the market has been coming down. Okay, you read report that day I was so we do consultancy, so I was with Central Spectrum. So all their consultants, just one day, so we and one of the consultant was talking about, you know, last year market we expect not so good, you know, this that. Correct. But let me just tell you one thing, it's the same. So you are in year 2000, then 2001, then 2002, you say, the market this year lower, then you don't go and buy. Then after that, the market go up, you buy, go and buy. And after that, you don't buy, you go up, you don't buy. It's like, no, year-to-year change doesn't indicate much. You have to remember, because you're not buying today and selling next year, your investment, if you ask me, you must be looking at mid to long run. Mid means is 5 years. 10 years and above is long run, right? Because if your property can survive 1 decade, your property can survive a lot better. Let me just tell you something. What if you cannot get a rental? What if this? What if that? Everyone asks, right? So the whole situation is, what if you cannot get a tenant? You compare this decade and this decade, you will say that this decade there's likelihood you cannot get a tenant, right? Versus this decade, because it's growth. So what I'm telling you now is, we are in 2025. Okay, this is my projection. This is not NAPIC data. Wait. The NAPIC data is until here. 2025 we don't have. Disclaimer first. Okay, the NAPIC data is, these are real NAPIC data. These two here are real NAPIC data. 2025 may have the same volume or slightly lower in 2024. Oh, then 2026 is end of the world. No. Alright, what I want to show is this decade is on the upward trend. On the upward trend means, if you face any difficulty in your investment, maybe 2-3 months when you went vacant, occupancy rate will come, tenant will come much faster. So another word is, not only you get the location right because of the historical, what happened, the catalyst, you have the tipping point, you have the validation today, all right, that you see over here, and you are still not seeing hard enough or clear enough. I already show you the rental rate has gone up, you know, 3 to 4,000 to 8,000 just within this area. What else does it tell you? It tells you there's only one thing. When you are ready to invest, you see the opportunity, you seize the opportunity. You see, so that's why right from the beginning, a lot of people say, oh, Aldrin, your agent sure got the best Kang Tawan, you know. So we see a lot of opportunity. The only problem, we see a lot of opportunity. The only thing is, we may not seize all the opportunity. Must seize as in really go and seize it. It's because why? Money not enough. Alright, so it's like that. So how? So you can safely invest, and this is what Puncak Alam is today. I show you the past, I show you the present. The future is relatively much secure if you buy at the center of Puncak Alam. all right? Because population growth, we are just at the early stage of population growth. And remember your land price, commercial land price. I was just doing some analysis last night, but I couldn't share enough because I don't have enough data. But I can see that the commercial land price has gone up. All right, so perhaps maybe the next sharing session, you all attend, I can share with you the commercial. But meanwhile, if you want to find out more, you can find out more on that development. And next, what else? Next is almost 12:30. Puncak Alam, the hotspot. Ta-da! Everything is here. You got university, you got healthcare. You know the latest hospital. What is the name? Hospital. There's a hospital that was just officially opened. You have highway connectivity, you have modern industrial park, you have logistics and real future. Now, if you are looking into staying in that area, and this is a new area, this is where you want to be. All right, okay. And next, my second last slide is Q&A. All right, anyone has any question? Yes? No? Okay, if no, then next is ta-da! Hey, I thought lunch served, is it? Oh, okay. So thank you very much, everyone, for your time. Okay. Okay. The very simple thing is, okay lah. I can tell you lah. Customer will always ask, this is better, which is better lah. All right. Now, the one thing is you look at the traffic flow, road straight away. And when you enter here, you cannot turn in here one, you know. So this 2 row is the one that a lot of people would like to buy, but has a high visibility, but accessibility is much lower. So you come in here, and if you want to come here, you come in here, you will have to come here. You come in here, you have to come here. All right, and here is 2-way. So naturally 2-way is good. All right. So if you ask me, and here is going to be a grocer, right? One of the good unit that you can have is around here. This. So it's here. And of course here, I don't think there's unit here. I think there's few units over here. Here, I can tell you, very good location. Very good location. For one very simple reason. People who come out here, it's either they go out or they come in here. When they come in here, all right, if they want to go out, they will probably go here and come out here. Or they may come here and find out what is happening. So here is good. All right. So this block, generally here lah. Right. So if you come for my commercial training, you will know you got visibility, but you may not have the activities. So visibility and activity. So that's why you see in the middle, like all this Taipan, all this SS2 here, there's a good circulation. So if you really ask me, I think the circulation, I think it will be here one. People want to go to the grocer, don't want to pay parking, want to find free parking here. Miss already, then they come. Then they got no choice, they turn right. They turn right already, then they get themselves into the traffic jam. All right, because they want to come here, they wouldn't go out here. So your subconscious mind is you want to get closer. So you keep turning and here lah. That's it lah. So when you keep turning here and here means this area. Yeah, so, and you know the price here make a lot of sense. That's it. Yeah.
Last time we asked if there's
oh yeah, is that the roundabout? Yeah.
But for me, I see that you cannot go through. You have to go like this way or this way. There's no roundabout. Yeah.
Oh, definitely there is.
Oh, it's
maybe you have to ask them.
Yeah, right.
Can call Vincent.
Remember the question last week?
Huh? Here lower, here the price lower. Yeah lah, buy. Okay, the one on the main road, that high visibility is here. Double, and then you can. Hey Michael, here is a roundabout, is it? Here?
No, it's a 2-way.
So if you come in here, can turn right?
Yeah, you can.
Can. Oh, that means it's a T junction,
Yes.
or it's a T junction.
Also this one, you turn.
No, the T junction. That means you come here, you can turn here, you can turn left, you come straight, you can turn left, you can turn right. T junction, this is a T junction. T junction, T junction. Alright. Cross junction, right? Not T junction. Cross junction. Cross junction. Cross junction. Okay. So over here, pretty much. Yep.
So basically, you can from here you can turn left, is it?
Mm.
But you cannot turn right.
You can turn right. You can. It's a cross junction. Cross junction means you can turn anywhere you want, except U-turn. U-turn also can Malaysian style Malaysian all can U-turn So you can go anywhere you want one. Malaysian style U-turn included. Can? Right. So what y'all do is very simple. So what y'all do is now definitely come here one, right? Yeah, so right now it's because you face here so when you have development here and here inside more development, here the traffic is also going to be there. So another word is it's a sooner or the later thing. And this is one of the relatively much lower compared to here. Now the next phase of Ecoworld will be behind. Price is not, it's much higher. So for the location here, if you ask me, what is available today in the primary market, here is the best location. Alright? Yep. Can?